So this question is kind of a piggyback off the Shakespeare question, and we're looking at popular science word usage and looking at what percent of the words are differing lengths. And so if I have my setup like so, and whoops, just kind of lost that off the page, but we know that one word, and I'll do this in a blue graph, we didn't have to go through and figure out as far as how wide the classes would be. Each one of them is going to be one wide. And so we have one being at 3.6. And I'm going to make my bars so that I start at 1 and I end at 2, and that's going to stand for 1. So it's a little bit different than the exercise in question 52, the way I'm going to scale it. You could do it that way as well. I'm going to do it more like a calculator does it. And so this needs to go up to 3.6%. So that's going to be about here. And 14.8 for the next one. That's going to go up to about here. And the next one is at 18.7. So 18.7, that's going to be about there. And again, they didn't have to do any counting for this. 16 is the next one. Next one, 12.5. Next one, 8.2. And so on. Next one's 8.1, pretty close to the same thing. And 4.4. Whoops, I'm wrong, 5.9. And that looks like that's going to be about there. And 4.4. 3.6. And 2.1. And then 0.9, 0.6, 0.4. 12.9, 0.6, and 0.4. Not very big. Okay, so we have our graph. And we can see that this graph is going to be centered, maybe about here at about 5 words, 5, 6 words. Again, calculating the mean would help us figure out, or the median would help us figure out a center. But about 5, 6 words. We could discuss the spread. And then we want to look at this, and we can see that it's skewed to the right. So the graph is skewed right. And remember, this is popular science as opposed to Shakespeare. And so if we compare this graph to the graph of Shakespeare's in question 52, we can see that the usage of short words is a lot higher with Shakespeare. If you add up these initial bars, if you took the prevalency of the 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and counted what the percent usage is for popular science versus Shakespeare, Shakespeare uses the shorter words much more frequently. And then these higher bars going all the way up to 14 words, these are used more frequently in the popular science, as you would expect. So they don't use the same word usage.